Nobody likes being put into a box. Some people will pick a career early and stick with it for the rest of their lives. Others, like Haley Randall, learn how to balance counterpointing skills in order to further their careers.
I've known that I wanted to be a lawyer since I was like 6. I'm definitely very interested in labor and employment type issues. That's probably my favorite, but I really like any type of like litigation where you get to be in the courtroom. I like working with people a lot, so I find with like the litigation side of things, you're seeing more like interaction with people. Windsor Law is a fantastic program. I met wonderful people there, great profs. It was hard but manageable. My husband had a gym before this one, so I started working out there just because I wanted to learn how to just like lift weights to stay in shape and stuff like that. The first time that my husband ever had me deadlift, I was already pulling like 330 pounds. So once that happened, he was kind of like, you should think about doing a powerlifting competition. I guess I was missing, like I'm a competitive person and I was kind of missing that competitive aspect to my life. Once I picked one competition and took part in it, it was like I was hooked, so.
Sometimes a change of culture and geography can bring out the best in students. David Adelja, for example.
I immigrated here from Nigeria, April 5, 2013. It was a Sunday. Really nice, really bright, you know. Actually, kind of like today, and it was pretty cold too, because I walked out the airport and I was in shorts and a t-shirt and I ran back inside.
David originally intended to be a software engineer, but destiny had other plans for him.
I started doing it, I started acting, and I was talking to my professor, and I figured out after a while, I was like, this is really what I want to do with my life. So I called my dad, and thankfully he was in Nigeria, so he couldn't do anything about it. So I called him, I was like, hey, I want to go, I want to talk about what I want to do in school. He said, okay, yeah, go, no worries. And I'm like, yeah, remember when we talked about me doing software engineering? He's like, yeah, I'm like, I want to do the arts, I want to do theater arts, I want to do film, I want to be an actor. And he's like, huh, okay. And I'm like, what? He's like, okay. I'm like, oh, you okay with that? So yeah, I don't mind. Yeah, just make sure you don't just do acting, do something else. I'm like, but yeah, the school I want to go to has a combined program in acting and film. And he's like, that's perfect.
One of the professors at the Jackman School of Art is Dr. Lee Wilson. Wilson says that acting is not so different from football, Adelja's other hobby.
A lot of work, there's a lot of time, there's a lot about thinking about strategy, and there's trust. There's trust in each other and a common goal.
Earlier in the semester, Wilson taught a week-long course during spring break, and while looking for a teaching assistant, a member of faculty recommended David.
It's during spring break, a lot of the students take off, and she said, I've got this guy in mind, David. He's an amazing guy, an amazing student.
Overall, David is happy with his choice to pursue acting.
I made some lifelong friends, some people I still talk to till today. You know, and some people I know I'm going to be talking to for a long, long time.
Just around the corner from the Jackman School of Drama, a former Irish dancer and Irish dancing teacher is one of the university's cancer researchers.
It was something different. It was using your brain differently. So you were in a research lab all day long. It's a lot of intense work. Things don't work all the time and get very frustrating. Or then going to a different job, like teaching and working with kids, kind of let your brain relax and almost in a way not thinking about everything so intensely. When you're not focused on something so hard, sometimes new ideas and that kind of come. I think what people think when they hear dancer, they don't think of like an athlete, when in fact it's very athletic and very demanding. It's a lot of intricate footwork. There's a lot that goes into trying to remember and retain all of the different steps and dances and keep track of them all and refining everything as you're going. Didn't even realize at first that they were probably skills that I obtained from dance. Like learning all those different dances and juggling them all at one time. And now I can juggle, 5 or 6 different projects and 5 or 6 students at a time.
One of Feifeld's most important discoveries came from a complete accident while modifying the proteins of mice.
The very first thing I did was we made a new mouse to study breast cancer. Really excited about it, but then the mouse never got breast cancer. But what I happened to notice just from being curious and observing was the males actually started getting liver cancer instead. So completely unexpected, we were trying to get breast tumors, and then these male mice we found actually had a huge increase in liver cancer incidence. And that's now morphed into this whole research program that I head up as well. I don't think a lot of people realize sometimes how much learning still goes into it, because they kind of think we've got it all figured out, when in fact that's actually what we're trying to do, is figure things out. And that it's also not, in certain instances, I mean, it's not a guaranteed job or career. It's very dependent on whether or not you're getting funding coming in or not.
There's a lot I want to do. There's so many things in the cards that you can do after graduation. But one of the big things I want to do with my life is act. I want to be an actor, like a professional actor. Traveling, making art, creating, being a part of the process.
Right now I'm still in the learning stage of trying to become the best lawyer that I can eventually be. So there's definitely a balance that needs to take place, but I think the fact that this is what I want to be doing in my spare time anyways, it's not like this is something else that I have to do to get to my spare time where I'll do things that I enjoy. Like, this is what I enjoy doing, so I just make time for it.
So you've got to love it. That's what even students that are coming in, they start thinking about grad school, I just say to them, you better really enjoy or love what you're doing and the project that you're on.
At the end of the day, whether you're a performer, a singer, a dancer, a researcher, a weightlifter, a lawyer, all that really matters is following what you believe.